Lesson 6, Microorganisms. Viruses are the smallest and simplest forms of life. There is some doubt as to whether they are living cells or organic compounds. They are smaller than bacteria, so small that they can pass through the tiny pores of a porcelain filter that retain bacteria. They cannot be seen through a regular microscope, only an electron microscope. Viruses cause POLIOMYE.
I'm sorry, do it again.
IOMYELITIS. Smallpox, measles, mumps, influenza, and the common cold. Viruses, like bacteria, are presumed to exist everywhere. Viruses do not multiply in food, and thus do not require potentially hazardous foods to survive as bacteria do.
No, I'm just going to go to the other one first.
I just need your
They use
Hold
any
For MNS JC
All right, go on.
06.
they use any food just to hitch a ride. Once they enter the human body, they invade our cells and start multiplying. It is important to note that viral diseases transmitted by food are usually the result of the poor personal hygiene practice of food workers. Contaminated food and water, and sick food workers who are allowed to work in a food service establishment while they are ill. Yeasts. Yeast are single-cell organisms larger than bacteria. They too are found everywhere and require food, moisture, warmth, and air for proper growth. Unlike some bacteria, they live without air. Yeast must have air in order to grow.
Yeah, hello?
They need sugar and have the ability to change starch into sugar. When yeast act on sugar, it forms alcohol and carbon dioxide. In the baking industry, yeast is used to raise dough.
Is it on the J?
Raise dough through the production of carbon dioxide.
Okay. Alright, so I'll just check the file.
Yeasts are not generally considered to be pathogenic or harmful, although a few of them can cause skin infections.
Okay.
Wild yeast, or those that get into a food.
Donna, you're killing me. I'm sorry, repeat that?
Wild yeast are those that get into a food by accident rather than by food processing, cause food spoilage and decomposition of starch and sugar, and therefore are undesirable. Molds. Molds are multicellular, many-celled, microscopic plants that are visible to the naked eye when growing in sufficient quantity. Mold colonies have definite color, white, black, green, etc. They are larger than bacteria or yeast. Some molds are pathogenic, causing such disease as athlete's foot, ringworm, and other skin diseases. Molds are not usually associated with foodborne disease outbreaks, since their presence is usually reason enough to discard that food. In fact, molds are encouraged to grow in certain cheeses to produce a characteristic flavor. Methods of destroying molds are similar to those required in bacteria. Next, parasites. Parasites are small or microscopic creatures that need a host in order to reproduce and are found in both meat and fish. The most common parasite known to contaminate food is Trichinella, Trichinella, Spirillus, Iralis. The larva stage of this parasite is found in pork and in bear and in walrus meat. The meat of these animals can be made safe by cooking them thoroughly to 155 degrees Fahrenheit. 155. And using a properly calibrated thermometer to verify the temperature. There is a growing interest in exotic foods, and raw, marinated, and partially cooked fish are become very popular. As a result, consumers are exposed to fish-borne parasites. The most common fish parasite is the ANISAKNISAKIS, roundworm that causes the illness. Same word. ANISAKIASIS. Fish eaten raw, marinated, or partially cooked can become safe by being frozen in one of two ways. Number one, frozen and stored in a freezer, -4 degree Fahrenheit, or lower, for 7 days. Secondly, frozen at -31 or below until solid and stored in a temperature for 15 hours. How to destroy microorganisms. Heat. The most reliable and time-tested method used to destroy microorganisms is to use the use of heat at the proper temperature of the proper amount for the proper amount of time. The lower the level of heat applied, the longer the time required to kill microorganisms. Conversely, the higher the temperature, the less time is necessary. An example of this principle involves the two accepted methods for pasteurizing meat. Pasteurizing milk.
Mess up. Back up.
In the holding method, milk is held at a temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes, while in the flash or high method, milk is held at 161 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. Chemicals. Microorganisms can be destroyed by chemical agents. These are called germicides or bactericides. Examples are carbolic acid, FORMALDEHYDE, formaldehyde, iodine, chlorine, quaternary, and QUATERNARY, ammonia compounds. Effectiveness of a bactericide depends on the concentration used. When used to kill pathogenic organism, it is called a sanitizer. The most popular sanitizer used in the food industry is chlorine. Other methods of destruction. When exposed to air and sunlight, bacteria are destroyed due to the combination effects of the lack of moisture and exposure to the ultraviolet rays of the sun. Refrigeration. Refrigerating foods does not kill the bacteria already present in them, but cold temperatures of 0 to 41 will inhibit or slow their growth. Food in a refrigerator remains safe from bacterial for several days, but not indefinitely. Freezing foods at or below 0 degree Fahrenheit will further slow or even stop the growth of bacteria, but will not kill them. Quiz time. Most viral foodborne diseases are the result of B. Poor personal hygiene practice. 2. A foodborne parasite found in undercooked pork is B. Trichinella. Trichinella. Number 3. Raw, marinated, or partially cooked fish is made safe by freezing for specific time period and temperature. Which of the following time and temperature combination is recommended? Answer B. -31 degree Fahrenheit or lower for 15 hours. 4. The most popular chemical sanitizer is A.
Chlorine.
Number 5. Food held under refrigeration must be at or below what temperature? A. 6. The reason for refrigerating potentially hazard food is to B. Slow the growth of bacteria. 7. Heat is effective in destroying microorganisms when the following factors are considered. Answer A. Time and temperature.
I just need to turn off for a second.